So Arsene Wenger has come out with a statement saying that enough is enough. He is leaving the club after so many years, over 2 decades as Arsenal manager. And this really is in the office. It's caused a huge storm because it's something that we've been waiting, we've been anticipating to see it for a while. But at the same time, we've spoken to so many Arsenal fans. I've spoken to Robbie so many times from Arsenal Fan TV. I've spoken to DT, Troops, all of these guys about Arsenal Football Club, where they are, why they're stagnating. We've done protest videos after the Bayern Munich game. We've done a doc earlier this year talking about how it was time to go, and I started my channel talking about why it was time to go, why it was the right time for Arsenal to make a change, and it seems like they've decided to do it. I've just had to Peter Wood done a fan reaction on the Ball Street channel, so go and check that out. He speaks so well about Arsenal, and he's quite clear and quite cutting about how he feels and how Arsenal fans should feel about Arsene Wenger. My feelings on it have moved all over the place over the last 2 years. Initially, I found it really disappointing that Arsenal fans couldn't understand how much this manager had done for him. And again, I'm being very general in these comments. I know there are Arsenal fans who've totally respected him from day one to the final day of his time as Arsenal manager because they have the respect for him and what he's done. But there are a lot of fans who have spoken about Arsene Wenger in a way that is not acceptable. All of that said, sometimes, regardless of how good a manager is, how much they've done in the past, what is so important, and I've noticed this from day one as a football fan, but it's really hit home in the last few years, is the fact that the connection between the fans and the club, the fans and the players, the fans and the manager are all really, really important. So crucial, because it creates the momentum, it creates the motivation, it creates that get up and go that allows a team to do more than the other side. Every team's got a fan base behind them, but every team's got talented players. But sometimes, one, it is about the structure, the coaching of that team. And I think Arsene Wenger has let down the Arsenal team, certainly over the last 5 or 6 years, in how they've been set up, in how they have not understood game management, how to win a game, how to be resolute, how to defend better. How to make a game ugly sometimes. That's what Jose Mourinho's done. It's allowed him to have the success that he's had, because Jose Mourinho doesn't play the football that Arsene Wenger does, or his teams do. But the bottom line is that the fans had given up. The fans had given up on Arsenal's players, and the reason they'd given up on those players is because they'd seen a cycle of mediocrity, comparatively, that had been created by Arsene Wenger. And therefore, to look at these players with new eyes, to get behind the team with fresh eyes and motivation, they need Wenger to go. And that's what I said a few weeks ago. I think that was the main point from the doc on Ball Street, was that the game has moved on, and not even that, it's just stagnated, and the motivation that he might have in it himself and the class that he shows as a manager, unfortunately, he isn't able to transmit that to the players in terms of the grit and determination to win games that are difficult. Their away record this year is awful. 3 wins all season is not good enough. And also, you've seen Klopp come in, Guardiola come in, all these managers, Pochettino come in, and they've moved their teams forward. Football's moved forward, and Arsene Wenger has been left behind. So is this a great moment for Arsenal Football Club? I think it's the start of something new, and that's a great thing for Arsenal fans, and they need something to cling onto, and that could be it. And they've got a great platform there, which Arsene Wenger has created. But if I was an Arsenal fan, I would feel bittersweet about today and about Arsene Wenger leaving, because he's going to leave under a cloud. Part of that is from his own doing, but also it's something that's been a self-fulfilling prophecy from the negativity that some Arsenal fans have shown. Not in the last year, because I think that's understandable, because it hasn't been good enough, but prior to that, in my opinion, I think they could have got behind the manager a little bit more. Those are my opinions on it. Let me know your thoughts. Can you believe it? It's going to be like this, like before Christ and after Christ. Before Arsene Wenger went and after Arsene Wenger went. This is a landmark day in the Premier League. one of the longest-serving manager left in the Premier League, is now gone, or is going at the end of the season. Let me know your thoughts on this whole situation, your feelings on Arsene Wenger, on Arsenal and the future. Who's the next manager for Arsenal? Who do you think it should be? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to the James Lawrence Allcott channel if you're new, and I'll see you soon.